song is in LA, but it's very nice to do a voiceover to. So as I mentioned in part 1, this song was written about a trip I had planned to Los Angeles after a breakup with my ex and the label I was signed to. Whilst in LA, one of the things I realized was how many other people seemed to be there for a similar reason to me, to escape from reality. If you squint your eyes in the right way, LA can be as sun-soaked, airbrushed and utopian as you want it to be. I look back now at my social media from that period and I realized how different the picture was that I painted from the reality I was living at the time. In truth, I was heartbroken and purposeless, but by posting beautiful pictures and videos, it's almost as if I was able to write a new script and live in a movie where I was having the time of my life. It's weird because that's exactly what the song was about. Knowing that I wouldn't be able to help myself from diving headfirst into that illusion, and the knowledge that ultimately it wouldn't really help. As I looked around, I noticed how my story was repeated on the faces of so many people that I met, and I became fascinated with LA as a concept, a place that people escape to, and with the idea that the name, the City of Angels, almost makes it a place that we're predestined to journey to for some kind of salvation. Style, gonna talk about style. Gonna talk about style. By the time I shot LA, I'd already shot 5 or 6 music videos for my visual project, so I really wanted to find a way of disrupting the format and finding a fresh way to explore a story. I love the idea of going against the trend, of trying to grab people's attention by overloading them with visual information. And I realized if I was somehow able to create a video out of beautiful photographs, where each shot could stand on its own as a piece of art, this would slow the viewer down as they watched, and allow them to focus on the lyrics, the story, and the music. I'd seen stop motion videos before, but this was something different. Something I hadn't seen, and definitely hadn't made. That got me excited. Talk about the location and the collaborators. Gonna talk about the location and the collaborators right now. Yeah. As an independent artist, one of the things you have to get good at is making a little go a long way. Without a big budget or even a budget at all, trying to convey ideas in a way that competes with major label artists is never an easy task. So whenever I have a break, I hijack the holiday and try to shoot something there at the same time. That's part of why I often go away by myself, as they're definitely not the relaxing holidays my friends would want. So when I had a trip planned to South Africa, I knew I had to shoot something there, and began reaching out to random photographers and cinematographers on Instagram. When I eventually arrived in South Africa, it was one of the most beautiful places I'd ever seen. It had a majestic and otherworldly feel, and I knew straight away it was a perfect setting for the story. Luckily, 2 of the people who had stood out initially got back to me, David Clancy and Danielle Terblanche. David shot beautiful travel videos in some of the most remote places on Earth, and so had a unique way of capturing moments that most people would miss. And Danielle was a self-portraiture photographer who became a major part of this video. She lived 6 or 7 hours drive from Cape Town, so originally she was just a sounding board for ideas, but as we spoke more and more and began to send hours of voice notes back and forth, it became obvious to me that she had to be part of the video. Luckily, I was able to convince her to fly to Cape Town for a few days and help bring the video to life. Due to the self-portrait nature of her work, I knew I didn't just want her to shoot part of the video, but to also feature in it heavily. In the end, she played all of the characters. Man is doing heads down right now for no reason. Gonna talk about the costume, the costume. Gonna talk about the clothes we wore. Gonna talk about the things we saw in the clothes we had on. That's the costume, characters and costume. So there were 4 characters in the video. A man looking for his LA, and the insistence that when he found it, he would grow wings and be able to ascend to his salvation. And 3 eccentrics who would aid him on his quest. A driver, a beach creature, and a mountain man. As we were shooting in black and white, and as still images, we had to develop costumes and textures that would work well in this format. Danielle had an amazing amount of experience and was instrumental in making incredible costumes out of the most mundane objects. Like a headpiece made from a tutu, plus stuck all over her face to disguise that she was playing all of the characters, and glitter that we decided I'd cover my entire body with. The glitter was a whole thing. I literally drove an hour and a half to a mall and ran around it frantically with the others trying to find some. The amount of strange looks we got asking shop assistants, "Hey, do you have enough glitter so I can cover my body with it? Oh, and also body butter so it sticks to my skin." But eventually we found it and it did the trick. We improvised a lot to enhance the costumes, chopping up clothes with scissors, covering them with sand and mud, and like I say, using body butter to get the glitter to stick to my skin. The most difficult part of the costume to get was the fairy wings, and it wasn't until the second day of shooting at 7 AM that we were able to get them. We got them after knocking on a shop that was shut and pretty much begging the woman to let us in. I felt a bit bad because they only cost £5, but she really saved the video. Apart from the car breaking down, almost getting dragged out to sea in great white shark-infested waters, and the police being called, the shoot wrapped all of us in one piece. The real work began after the shoot though, as I sifted through thousands and thousands of photographs to select the best shots and sent them to Danielle to color grade each one individually. The editing process was intense, it definitely wasn't fun, and it literally took months, but it's definitely one of my favorite videos, and I'm so proud of what we created. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode of Song Origins. I'll see you next time, yeah. Song Origins, yeah.